Dear South Africans, please do not be tricked by fools like the ANC and its babies, aka the EFF and MK party, or any other communists in parliament. These fools will have you supporting stupid ideas when in fact you will suffer for their stupidity. Whenever leaders of nations do dumb things, the people who will pay for those stupid decisions are the normal people like you and I. Take a look at this lifestyle and remember it going forward. As you can see, Deputy President Paul Mashatile is dancing around with his friends in fancy establishments like these ones. We have seen Julius Malema wearing fancy brands and celebrating. The same goes for the Zumas. As you look at them enjoying the big salaries and perks that we give them, I want you to never forget that no matter what happens to this country, they will receive their salaries. No matter what, they will be paid. You don't believe me? Tell me, where have you ever heard of Parliament retrenching members of Parliament? Where? No matter how bad things get, they look out for themselves and they look out for each other. Zimbabwe is an excellent example of this.
Sadi, Kastep munhu arenda ndogadzo kastep ka minister majada step ya minister chete right muchera ndogadzo ikoko chete right imwe taisiya kabira tichidzoka neland cruiser.
Now that I've asked you to remember the fact that these people have fancy lives and live like kings, please tell me, as they're starting fights with America right now, have you taken a moment to think about what is at stake as they poke the bear? Not at stake for them, but for you. Have you wondered what your life will be like tomorrow if the bear decides to get angry and poke back? I've said this several times. South Africa is currently an ant in the greater scheme of things. I know that many people have been posting stuff like America needs South Africa more than South Africa needs America, and it sounds so bold and mighty, doesn't it? But I want you to know this. America is under no obligation to buy what we offer. America is the biggest buyer on earth. Them buying products from across the world helps America, yes, but it definitely makes those countries better off. Trade improves the lives of the producers of the things that America buys. For example, from America alone, we are able to buy billions of products that are valuable to the many people in our country. Car parts, cars, machinery parts of industries, among other things. So the fact that we can buy from America is a big deal. Many medicines come to South Africa from America or from companies that are American-owned across the globe. What happens if that stops? Without a good relationship with America, our money can easily become useless in America. They can simply refuse to sell us what we desperately want or need in our country. South Africa is highly dependent on many imports, and these politicians are not taking time to think about such little details because they are drunk on the fancy lifestyles that they are enjoying at our cost. Of greater importance is the life of the people who are extremely vulnerable should global politics go against us as a country. What will happen if that happens? Let's look at it this way. In 2024, our country managed to earn more than 10 billion US dollars from goods and services exported to America. We are talking about more than 100 billion rands that came to South Africa because America decided to buy our products. We are talking about mineral wealth, agricultural produce, mechanical produce, among many other things. We have farmers and farm workers. We have mine workers and mining companies. We have car assemblies. We have leather companies and so many others producing goods that end up in America. They receive money which supports their families. They pay taxes which pay the salaries of these stupid politicians. The taxes they pay also fund the schools, the roads, the SASSA grants, and many other sectors of our lives that are meant to be funded by our taxes. America imported 14 billion US dollars worth of products from South Africa in 2024. That's about 250 billion rands of our GDP. America is the number 2 buyer of South African goods after China. And after America is Britain, which you know very well probably will do whatever America does in terms of geopolitics. This $14 billion is only from 2024. There have been more billions spent by Americans to buy our produce every year. And within the last 5 years, the figures have been around at least 10 billion US dollars every year. While China bought goods worth more than 30 billion from South Africa, we can tell that we are buying more from China than China is buying from us. There is what economists call a trade deficit. While China bought 12 billion worth of goods from South Africa in 2023, we bought 25 billion worth of goods from China in the same period, more than double. That is not what we really want. We want China and all other countries to buy from us in the way that America has been buying from us. America spent 14.7 billion on us while we spent 5.8 billion on them. We want China to buy more from us than we buy from them. The South Africa-America kind of relationship. America pays us more for our goods than we pay them for theirs, and that is what we want with them, with China, and with all the countries we trade with. And don't be tricked by the communists who want you to view America and the European countries as if they are the only ones buying our minerals. China is buying our minerals too. A lot, since we barely manufacture anything, sadly. Now, America is willing to buy us stuff. Meanwhile, we are going to China with a begging bowl, begging China to please buy us stuff. The Chinese know that they make everything they need. They know that they only need Africa for the raw materials. And the comrades are playing right into the hands of the Chinese if they keep on antagonizing America and other Western countries. If countries like America shut their doors, you'll be left with a country that has no incentive to buy from you. We will be left at the mercy of China, which will definitely take in exchange for goods from Temu and Shein. When you see the ANC fools talking about trade as if we give America our goods for free, remember that America buys more from us than we buy from them. And China is actually milking our nation more than America is. Cyril knows this very well. This is not a surprise to him. So just listen to him begging China here.
Trade and Industry Minister Pak Stau says President Cyril Ramaphosa's state visit to China unity is an attempt to level the trade imbalances with China and deal with the high export tariffs on South Africa's goods. Last year, South Africa imported 404 billion rand worth of goods from China and only sold 227 billion to the Chinese. This left a trade deficit of 177 billion, which Stau says must be corrected.
So when you're talking about a middle class of 800 million people and growing in China, that's looking for different products and different opportunities, both in terms of tourism, access to South Africa and other destinations. We've got great destinations from a tourism point of view.
There has been criticism that trade is skewed in favor of China.
China is South Africa's largest trading partner, and South Africa is China's biggest trading partner in Africa. We've discussed the need to narrow the trade deficit between South Africa and China, and that one of the ways to do so is by ensuring greater market access for value-added South African goods that can be exported to the Chinese market.
Why should China do what you want? Why should China buy more from you? Why? Although they are our BRICS partner, they have maintained the trade deficit. Although they know very well that we have America and Britain also buying from us, they have kept their imports from South Africa relatively low. Loose countries like America and South Africa may need to go to China with an even bigger begging bowl, simply because of the pride and the foolishness of the ANC. Fellow South Africans, don't fall for the lies of these fools from the ANC and its babies. These people have no clue what they are doing, but what they are doing has consequences on your life and my life. Remember that even if they continue this useless and dangerous path, they will keep on getting paid. They will keep on driving Western cars and wearing Western brands while starting fights with the West. Fights that will not hurt them. Mugabe did it with America and Britain. Once he was done destroying relationships with the West, his family left Zimbabwe and they are globe-trotting, chowing the money now. Mugabe never saw the suffering of his people, the same people that liked it when he was antagonizing the West. Oh, and guess what? Mugabe also praised China a lot. Where's China now in the Zimbabwe story? China will never ask our leaders to do the right thing. They will simply milk our resources. They don't care about what is morally right. They only care for themselves. When will our African leaders learn? Many Zimbabweans are jumping the border to come to South Africa, but will you see any of Mugabe's family doing the same? No. Mugabe's family is well. How many South Africans are ignorantly cheering the ANC and EFF and speaking tough like big boys against America? The Zimbabweans too cheered Mugabe on. Very few people rose up and said, stop it. Some tried to the point of supporting the ANC's foolishness. Don't support the Twitter fools who encourage this nonsense. Cyril Ramaphosa needs to calm down and simply keep our country out of these unnecessary squabbles. He's rich already. You and I are not. We don't need to experience Zimbabwe and South Africa. Let us learn from their mistakes and choose better. A wise man learns from them heads down and work on building our country. Work hard to be better, bigger, and powerful in a few decades. Then maybe we can speak on the global stage. Or not. What matters is taking care of our people. Dear Cyril, please sit down, stop gambling with our lives. Anyway, that's it for today. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to support our work, please join our membership or donate to our account or buy our t-shirt. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Katlego. This is Citizen Concerned. And until next time, beware of the comrades.